Here we are with another Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame broadcaster, Hall of Fame broadcaster. My one-time broadcast partner. We did one fight together in Philadelphia. Al Bernstein, how you doing?
I'm good.
You can't hear me.
I can't hear you myself. Can you hear me? Okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, well then we're good. We did do a broadcast together in Philadelphia, I believe.
Yes, sir.
That was fun. And good to see him. In fact, I have a little broadcast news to break. I'm going to
why not better than right here?
Right here with you. I'm going to be getting back to Behind the Mic on May 23rd for the Big Time USA Boxing Series on the Zone.
Detroit, Michigan.
From Detroit, Michigan. I'll be working the rest of that show and the rest of the series along with Raul Marquez and Corey Erdman. So it should be a lot of fun.
Three of the best to ever do it. Corey's great.
He's excellent.
Raul is fantastic.
He's my former mate from Showtime.
And Hall of Famer, your resume speaks for yourself. So we're here for this fight this weekend, Canelo Munguia. What are you thinking?
It's an interesting fight. The question that I think the whole fight hinges on is whether Munguia, with his defensive liabilities, can take the power of Canelo Alvarez. We know that Munguia is a very good volume puncher, and he'll throw 70 to 80 punches around, and he can win rounds, assuming the judges give him those rounds. But the question is, can he get through 12 rounds without Alvarez really getting to him with his power?
So my thing is this. Since I think the second Golovkin fight, Alvarez Roy hasn't had to fight 3 minutes of every round.
Right.
He's going to have to fight 3 minutes every round on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Munguia would certainly be aggressive and will certainly punch in volume and give him something to think about defensively. But and if he can get him into the later rounds and Canelo shows some of the fatigue that sometimes he shows, then Munguia could make some hay in those later rounds. Munguia's probably going to start out well, but once we get to the middle rounds, we're going to see whether Canelo can take control of that fight.
It's not good when you're not part of the broadcast, but if there is a good thing, you're allowed to make a prediction now because you're not part of the broadcast.
True. That's true. So, I can make a prediction.
So let's say you have to say.
Probably I would lean to Canelo to win by a mid-round stoppage or a decision. But if he does go to the decision, there will be problem areas for Canelo. It won't be the easiest decision that he'll win.
Do you put? I know you've been around this forever. Canelo went 12 hard rounds, couldn't get Ryder out there. Munguia beat the living out of him.
Yeah.
Can we compare apples to apples, or is it apples and oranges?
I don't know. It's so hard to do that, isn't it?
So styles make fights and all that.
Yeah, you know that better than anybody. You're such a student of the game, and so it's hard to compare. But in a way, when you look at it, Munguia is such a volume kind of puncher that once he gets the edge on somebody, he's maybe going to roll through them. Canelo Alvarez picks his spots more carefully, doesn't he? And in that fight with Ryder, it just took him longer, So I'm not sure we can deduce anything from that.
Well, Al, like I said, can't wait to see you back May 23rd on the Zone for Big Time Boxing USA Salida Promotions. And I'm sure you're going to pop up somewhere in a real major fight real soon.
I have. There are many things in the works.
It doesn't feel like it's a real major fight if Al Bernstein's not involved.
Well, I appreciate that, Mark. That's
Al,
very nice.
thank you very much, and we'll talk to you along the way. Thank you, man.
Bye-bye. All right.
Thank you so
Mark.
much.
Good to see you, buddy.
Pleasure.